John Trudell once said, when one lives in a society where the people can no longer rely on the institutions to tell them the truth, then the truth must now come from culture and art. Viewers, tonight we want to talk about the sudden dropping of Dr. Samura Kamara, who will be the flag bearer aspirant for the main opposition party, APC, in the 2023 elections. Now, the aftermath of the 2023 elections see USAI government form what was described as a tripartite committee. This committee also gets the special mandate for look into the 2023 elections, not primarily to overturn the results or whatever, but for look at waiting at the loopholes then we did it and how we can able for better the system. Now, since that time, that committee, they don't work overtime, don't make series of recommendations. I've had series of meetings with several stakeholders them right across the country, with the sole aim of profiling recommendations we will better the system for the future. However, when it comes to the work of the Tripartite Committee, there is one big point of divergence, whether the work of the Tripartite Committee in itself touches and concerns the results as they were of the June 2023 elections. On the one hand, the SLPP, the ones that are in governance, say no. The Tripartite Committee not get anything for do with the June 2023 elections as it was pronounced by the Electoral Commission, that not only the ECSL get a mandate. If at all, if there are any questions, then they falls to the court. But when it comes to the APC, there is a slightly different kind of definition when it comes to the powers and the extent to which the Tripartite Committee can able for go. There are those within the APC who believe, say, the Tripartite Committee get authority for look at the election results in itself as it was, looking at the figures, the numbers, and if they could raise questions or whatever, that could eventually lead to the cancellation of the June 2023 elections. But that's just a small portion. Then you have others who believe, say, this whole idea of the Tripartite Committee, you don't get anything we get for do with touching or changing the June 2023 election results as it was, but rather not just a platform for recommendation and not a platform for hope. Now that's the point of divergence. There are those who believe that no, it goes beyond recommendation. It is a platform for hope. Others believe that no, it's just a recommendation and you don't get anything for do with hope. So tonight, we want to break and down bit by bit by being brutally frank with the facts and the truth as they are. The dropping of Samura Kamara as the chief negotiator of the APC inside the Tripartite Committee. What did this mean for the electoral justice theme that was such a big conversation in this country, in the opposition, in the governance, and several other sectors? What did this mean for electoral justice? What did this mean in itself for the APC? What are the surrounding circumstances will lead to the dropping of Samura Kamara? All of this and many more now waiting there for come to you tonight, right here on the show. So viewers, welcome to No Man's Land. Welcome to Brutally Frank. And like always, I am James Fortune and I'm here tonight with...
Your name, Melvin Tijan Mansaye. Welcome to your show, the show, and everybody's show, Brutally Frank. Loyalty is a fine quality, but in excess, it feels political graveyards. Neil King Knock. Tonight's conversation is a conversation we, I'm sure, they touch the fabric of Sierra Leone political party discourse. And as you already don't get from the introduction from a co-host tonight's conversation, not to the usual conversation we don't get. Tonight is not about the conversation, but it's about the content of the conversation, meaning it's about facts, it's about reality. It's not about rhetoric or hypothesis. It's about how we see it, so we call it out. So tonight, you already know we're asking the question, brutally frank. Samura Kamara has suddenly been dropped as APC's negotiator. Is this a tactical strategy, a sign of weakness, or pure betrayal within the party? This question we will ask. We don't forget, I'll lead you them shortly. We will join me. And shortly for joining me in the studio, we will get Barrister Kamara, a member of the APC Publicity Secretariat. But also for our intellectual dome, we bring Dr. Charles Silva, a political scientist, and of course an academic, for help we do what we call the arbiter's role from a classroom or practical experience standpoint. So, and also for contrast, waiting lawyer Kamara get for the say, we expect to be joined shortly on the line from the United States, Mohamed Walise. Mohamed Walise is the spokesperson for Electoral Justice campaign. So tonight, we're not sitting down for any light show. It's going to be very tight, uptight, I'll assure you. And this is not the kind of show we'll be going to use for listening to or watch. So welcome to Brutally Frank. My name, like Altem, Nameli, Tijan Mansaye, and Adeya Suri.
James Fortune, and that is all we have for you tonight. Of course, it's a lot, like Melvin Dempsey. And tonight, like always, it's gonna be brutal, it's gonna be frank. So just sit tight, don't go anywhere, grab your popcorn, your juice, or maybe your beer, or your stout, as we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. If you just join me, the program where you watch and listen to, now Brutally Frank, when it comes to you live here on Sleek TV, channel 37. Tonight on the show, we want to look into the dropping of Samura Kamara as the chief negotiator for the APC in the Tripartite Committee. What does this mean? Is it a tactical move? Is it a strategy? Or is it just another show of weakness on the side of the opposition? Fambulembo members say at the aftermath of the June 2023 elections, the APC put Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara, who was then the flag bearer aspirant. Well, after the election, then put him as the chief negotiator for represent the party inside the Tripartite Committee. The Tripartite Committee now the body where government be set, we've made up of government, the opposition, and of course mediators them. Hence, it was named Tripartite because it's, it get 3 legs. Now, this committee had a role now before look into the June 2023 elections and look at mistakes, if we can term them as mistakes, look at things that were not done right and make recommendations. However, critically, from the inception of the Tripartite Committee, there was this point where government and the APC be always there at a point of divergence on. And that was the authority or the extent of the powers where the Tripartite Committee get. On the one hand, there are those where we believe, say, Tripartite Committee, you're just looking into the things and you're making recommendations. And the process to turning recommendations into law or turning recommendations into mode of practice or codes of conduct is long, and there are legal procedures then for follow. There are others where believe, say, no, the road not long like that. That the Tripartite Committee, when it was set up with such powers, then we give them that kind of mandate and that kind of authority that what they say, goes straight to the books. Now that was the point of divergence. Chief amongst all of the points of argument. Now whether the thing of electoral justice, when a major limb will the Tripartite Committee be they deal with? Whether, if at the end of the day, the committee looks into whatever and the issues them will happen with the 2023 elections, and then find out, say, Mr. A not to win or Mr. B na win, whether the Tripartite Committee get authority for overturn and declare a winner. Now, there were those who believed that, yes, that should be the case. That is the case. Others were actually led to believe that particular point by people that maybe they represent them inside the Tripartite Committee. However, it's almost 3 years now into the President Bio-led government. There are no signs that he is going to hand over to anybody or whatever the case may be. Now, that's a point of divergence. But away from that, Dr. Samura Kamara and the person where we don't represent the APC inside the Tripartite Committee. All of a sudden, the APC don't drop him and decide to nominate Kamara for represent them inside the Tripartite Committee as a replacement for Samura Kamara. The question tonight is, why the sudden drop? Is it a tactical move preparing for the 2028 elections? Or is it just another mistake or just another miscalculated, should I call it a U-turn or maneuver, we only need to work? That's what we want to explore here tonight. And to discuss that, we get lawyer Abdul Karim Kamara. We be part of the media and publicity unit of the APC. And we hope that you'll be able to help us with some of the answers here tonight. You're welcome to the show, Barrister.
It's a pleasure being here. Good evening, my people. Good evening, Sierra Leoneans.
I think, thank you very much. The very first goal that I would want to have is, why now? The dropping of Samura Kamara, why now? Why not we don't do them immediately after the elections? Or even a year after the elections? What were you waiting for?
I think this is the most appropriate time. And I believe, say, we do them at the most ideal time, I repeat. And
when you say ideal, on the side of Samura Kamara, on the side of the party? On
the side of the party. And that there's no better time for me we replace Dr. Samura Martin Wilson Kamara than now. Because not forget, say, Dr. Samura Kamara gets other pertinent roles than for playing at the party.
Like?
So for me,
he's no longer a leader.
No, please wait.
Okay.
This is a very sensitive discussion. So many people want to trivialize and want to make as if one make the man very redundant in the party. That is not so. He's a very senior stakeholder in this party, and we need expertise in other areas for serve the party. And the party always open doors to him, and we're ready for honest in potentials. We're ready for use expertise in other different areas. And we feel, say, so far, it don't provide leadership in this area. To some extent, we need for take them again from that point. Like for say, don't play number 6 role now. I see today Arsenal play Man City. You understand? So it's like that type of a player.
That's an interesting allusion.
Yeah, we see don't play number 6 too much.
Okay.
And you don't play well. So for this other game we want to use, and one player may go play left wing. You understand? So if you play the back, sometimes the coach will say no, go play center forward. 9. So he's a utility player. And for such somebody with this kind resources, the party can use as and when appropriate. So we no try for make them redundant in the party, but rather Dr. Samura herself now the agreement of national unity, you know, be did as Dr. Samura Kamara. It be did for and on behalf of the APC. And so the APC to some extent don't feel say it is but necessary now for make we withdraw in representation and send another competent person for go do what they do and continue forward.
Okay, so lawyer AKK, maybe let me just add this to that. I get your point. But now, you go agree with me that he was there because he was flag bearer aspirant for the party.
Certainly so.
Good. Now, the party at this moment don't get all the flag bearer aspirant yet. Not even get flag bearer aspirant yet for 2028. That's the case, right?
Very true.
Why is it that una not wait until that time when there is another person replacing him as leader, and then you replace another committee. Why you doing it now?
Firstly, Dr. Samura Kamara represents the party in the tripartite as leader of the party, no.
Okay.
Ego represents the APC party.
Okay.
So it will have been, even me, the party for don't you say, Ego represents you in the tripartite. It will have been any other person with the party can choose.
Okay.
He didn't go there because you, by virtue of the facts.
But you just said that he went there because he was flag bearer.
No. You said he was our flag bearer and he represented us in the tripartite, and I alluded yes. But listen, there's a distinction here.
Okay.
You understand? It is not mandatory or it is not established law that because you are leader of the APC, it is inevitable, it is by law mandatory on the party that you should represent us at the tripartite. No. Now, if you see what can happen, when you look at the tripartite, it was never the government of Sierra Leone and Samura Kamara. No, it was the government of Sierra Leone, the All People's Congress Party, and the international community. So Samura Kamara, with all respect to him, he is not the All People's Congress Party. He was there representing the All People's Congress Party. Let us understand, it's very clear. And he being there was not by virtue of the fact that he was the leader of the party. It will have been anybody the party choose. But we'll be deemed and say, at that material time, when the IM be so hot, you understand, and this is something we're born out of electoral irregularities, and he was the person, we just don't contest that election, we deem and say it is but fit at that material time for make Ego represent the party. And to some more, to we as the party, he has played his own part.
But has that fact changed? The fact that the points that you just made, that Naim contest the election, not so, carrying the party flag.
Symbol, yes.
That did not change. That particular, it's still an established fact that he is. So why Una decide for Pulam without allowing him to complete?
Except if you miss from inception that this person is such a resourceful person for the party, and the party feels say we want use energy and expertise in other different areas. Okay. And so far so good. In the tripartite, he don't give him best. We want to withdraw him from that point. If he make himself available to the party and give him another role for play. Do you get it, play? Does he get that one? This is now condition dependent. If he makes himself available to the party, there is another role we want to assign him to play.
When he was appointed, when you appointed him to be the representative in the tripartite committee of the party, was it still, did we have
he was
condition precedent?
Yes, he was available to the party. He was ready to work, and we assigned him that role. So now the party has thought it wise that we have to withdraw him again, let him come again and make himself available. We have another role for him to play.
Okay. Why
provided
the specific?
Provided he comes.
Why the specific pick of Dr. Kelfala Mara as his replacement?
Beautiful. This
is not part of the executive, not so.
Beautiful. Let us understand this point, and let me lay this very bare. You see, in the APC, we get a plethora of talents. We get a store full of knowledge, reservoir of people them we then get the expertise as and when necessary. You don't need to be an executive in the APC to serve the APC. This is what people must understand first. Okay. You don't need to be a national officer to serve the APC. All you need is the willingness and to make yourself available to serve the party. Because the 13 or 16 people that would provide national leadership, or the 13 or 14 people that would as executive, as district or constituency level, cannot do the entire work of the party. It requires concerted effort, all of us to come on board and work for the betterment of this party. So it does not necessarily mean that you have to be an executive member to work for the party. Now, to answer the question, Dr. Kelfala Mara, not to an executive member of the party, as you can say, current executive holder of the party. But he's somebody who is so resourceful that the party can call him anytime for work and would use in expertise as and when necessary.
Okay. Samura Kamara mentioned that he was tired.
I am not done, please wait. And that is more so the reason, when you see the tripartite, we lead negotiator, he was not the chief negotiator. The lead negotiator on behalf of the party was Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara, doctor.
Yes, that's
and again, outside that one, we were mandated to appoint 7 people to represent us in the tripartite committee. In the wisdom of Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara, he chose Dr. Kelfa Amara for lead the 7-man delegation where they represent the party in the tripartite. Okay. So try to understand the decision here. So in other words, we decision as a party for again say Dr. Kelfa Amara go replace Dr. Samura Kamara as the lead negotiator for and on behalf of the party. It's like it's in consonance with exactly what the decision of Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara was.
Okay, just before me come in AKK. Now, you've just said that it's in consonance with waiting
because
Dr. Samura Kamara.
Yes.
Now the question is, in this decision of replacing him and bringing in Kelfa Amara, was he carried along, since you were saying that the party carries everybody along and it's, this unity factor? Correct. So Dr. Samura Kamara was fully involved in the process and then not so?
Try to understand something here again. I gave you an analogy of a football team, right? And I cited just now Arsenal and Man City. Take it this way. It's a clear analogy I'm giving. And so symbolize unto APC. APC now like this kind Arsenal football team. You understand?
Okay.
You understand? Or Liverpool or Man City. And so we get coach, we get technical staff, we get all the people that will form that composition of that team. But when you come for play ball now, when the game don't take off, when the referee don't blow your whistle, say the game begins. For make you do any replacement at that pitch of play, it don't need to come from the player. Okay. It is the coach who understands his players that will replace them as and when necessary. See what it they happen in Arsenal.
So in other words, Samura Kamara was not carried along with this.
No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. I'm giving you an analogy. You have to understand it first.
No, I get your analogy.
Don't paint a wrong picture. Now let me give you the clear picture.
Okay. But when you go with the analogy, please, then you come to answer the question.
At the point where Pep Guardiola withdraw Erling Haaland, do you think that Haaland communicates to Pep, say, I am tired, I need to be replaced? No. Okay. Now the coach see the role in the play, now he withdraw.
So the APC think that Samura Kamara is tired?
No, we didn't say he's tired.
But that's the analogy.
No. For you to replace a player at the pitch of play not necessarily means, yo man, I'm a football fan. I don't play football, bruh. Okay. For make them pull you on a pitch for camp play, no means say you tired. Okay. It just left to the coach in game plan. So you know what make you play 60 minutes.
So the APC in game plan, they no one less Samura Kamara
play 90 minutes.
Leadership role within
the we don't make you play 90 minutes, no get injury. So to one prepare for next game.
Which game are you preparing for?
We are preparing for 2028.
Okay, so that's why you're removing now.
He has a lot to play. He has a lot to
so now make una the pull out.
Yes, we don't make an injury, me man.
Okay, because you guys
these guys are dangerous. They can kick at any time and scrap up.
Okay, so simply put,
the coach
you want to have the best foot on the ground. You correct. That boot is on that foot. Samura Kamara as a person.
No, you don't play. He don't tire.
He don't tire.
No, he don't tire. No. He not tire. But we just feel say we need for pull and now the coach gets a game plan for him. Sometimes the next game they play 90 minutes. So the next game they play, sometimes they play something like that.
So the coaching,
it's tactical.
How you look at the coaching game plan? By the way, who is the coach? By the way,
the coach is no or less a person, but Alhaji Honorable Minkailu Mansari, and an assistant coach na the ambassador. Usman Fodi and Sane.
So the coach don't sub Samura Kamara first because
no, don't say
if he continue for day na the field he go play the game.
No.
It's simply put.
No.
It's just a matter of semantics.
Don't say it that way. Don't say it that way. Yes, don't say it that way.
In an interview with the Liberty, the National Secretary General made a pronouncement that the sacked chief negotiator was not living up to expectation. Was what were some of these expectations?
That goes back again to the analogy. When coach puts you in a pitch of playing, don't forget, anybody who they put in that pitch for playing a professional footballer, it's a very good player. But every game gets in momentum. So if you say in exacted words that was exactly what the principal administrative head of the party say the way you don't play, we need for make we replace them. Yes, it's appropriate.
Yeah,
because
that's the expectation I get from.
Because what you would expect was, would expect say before they say 60 minutes, you don't punch 2-3 goals, you don't punch a trick.
Yeah,
but the game not done it.
The game not done it, but
yes,
I mean, if in tandem with within the government, they say the chief minister say 80% of the Tripartite.
Well, the game not done it.
The game not done it, but 80%. So
who knows? You know when Arsenal equalized today?
Calm down. Answer the questions.
Yes.
If the government is saying they've achieved 80% of the Tripartite, we don't see payments of backlog, release of prisoners, cutting off the boycott.
Yes, declaration of the presidency, peace, blah blah blah, from the opposition.
By the way, do you agree with the government at 80% of Tripartite agreement with national unity?
We don't know the analogy they are using. In fact, for us as a party, I am not even certain that they have attempted to implement in 20 or 25% of what is embodied in that particular document.
So that means the chief minister
no, he was not sincere to himself at all.
He was not.
He wasn't.
So
that is why we're coming to the point. That is why we have ushered in a very new player.
And this player is not new.
He's always been part of the Tripartite committee.
My land council. This player is not new.
I agree. From the point you want to take it from?
No, you know the point I'm coming from.
Okay, let me listen.
The APC will not be ever asked Dr. Kamara why he not signed the agreement for national unity.
I think we've gone past that point.
No, we've not.
We are here into implementing.
You're talking about, according to the National Secretary, bringing in fresh movement.
Yes, of course.
When I ask why not been signed?
Well, it's not for this discussion. Because you've jumped past that point.
No,
what we're here, that is personal.
No.
If you want to know
that, was representing the APC
at the agreement of national unity.
Yes,
when we went to
money. So why not sign?
No. Let us don't miss the shot here. We came here to address the issues of replacing Dr. Samura.
And you replaced him with Dr.
A fresh leg.
A fresh leg, but I'm talking about the all.
No, that is done and dusted.
So why?
We've jumped past that level.
Okay, can you please educate the public?
No, I cannot tell why. No, I cannot tell. It's his personal decision. When he didn't sign or he signed. The agreement of national unity was signed between the lead negotiation then and the government, and that was nexus by the international community and witnessed by all of us that were present there, i.e. the deputy chairman was there present, Ambassador Almami P. Kroma signed, all those who are there.
So we agree to disagree that you don't know why Dr. Mara
never signed. No, I cannot say that.
And we said the APC never asked him also why.
No, I cannot answer that question.
Why?
No, I cannot tell.
Why not?
I cannot.
So what is just about him?
Now you should answer the question.
If he was part of it and never signed,
no.
And then he was also an aspirant.
Hey God, you're missing it. Let us don't jumble this discussion.
No,
we'll make our listeners get bored.
No, they cannot be bored because my questions are not bored. You are making me bored because you're not answering the question.
No.
So let's answer the question. What is fresh in this case of something that will not sign? And this person back the contest, like Samura number 1 for be the leader of the party. What is
party?
That's what we are told. We are coming there. We are coming.
So someone run back.
We are coming to that point. We are coming back to the point. Let's add.
He's a member of your party.
Let's add.
You should know.
I don't know.
Please.
I don't know whether I want to.
So, Kamara, we don't know why he never signed, and also can you explain as to why when I reach at Dr. Mara, because he was part of the
beautiful.
And when I said no, I don't want it.
Okay.
When I said Dr. Samura was not reporting back, when I say not reflective of the voices of the people.
Correct.
And when
he was not playing to the expectation of the coach.
Why Dr. Mara not play that role? They were all be part of the 6-man committee.
Beautiful. He was in part of the 6-man committee. Seven. Now the new committee will not send us 6. Initially, I repeat again, we began the lead negotiator when Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara. Then outside him, we will get 7 people who will be representing at the Tripartite committee. So amongst the 7 who come up from the party, the person will be to provide leadership for the 7 of them, appointed by Dr. Samura Kamara, who was Dr. Kelfara Mara. So at that point, if we're discussing him in the Tripartite, he's not a new person. But discussing now Dr. Kelfara Mara taking the center stage as the lead negotiator is a fresh leg completely. It's just like you play football, you didn't have this team, a Liverpool team. You understand? You go to training field, you go train. It's different when you come for campaign now on match day 1 or the match day. So now, Dr. Kelfara Mara is playing on the D-Day. He's now the lead negotiator, making sure that all those 80+4 recommendations that are captured in that recommendation are implemented to the letter. And you
if you never signed, how can it be so committed?
That is a different one. The agreement of national unity is different from now the Tripartite. So that's why I'm trying to tell you now. At this point now, he is going to make sure that he monitors everything on that recommendation, in that document, and that he reports again accordingly. This was what was lacking with our soldier in the field.
So who is to be blamed? I mean, one of the other activity, NSG lawyer Dumbuya, he say the Dr. Samura, a part of the fact that nobody reports to the party, he say not they communicate. And it brings me to the question, by the way, how APC been reached for select Dr. Kamara Samura as chief negotiator?
I think it's Paul Bido makes that question to me.
Give you a specific fact.
Okay, let me give you again.
Chief negotiator.
I repeat again from the onset that for make you be chief negotiator for we by then, it not there in black and white say you must be the leader of the party. But the party think and wise, expedient at that material time, that because this whole thing they hoover around electoral malpractices, so it is but fit for the person who just don't contest the election, when in will they say they don't rogue, be the person where they in that room for go negotiate. And whilst they negotiate, they know whether the negotiation they in interest or not. And that was why he was appointed by the party to represent us. And that is why he was not there as Dr. Samura Kamara. He was there representing the All People's Congress Party. You understand?
But looking at the excuses they want to make against him, somebody will say, well, not saying one billion. Whose duty is it for reporting?
No, the only person.
One of the accusations, they say, because of we not see, according to the energy, we not see much of the implementation of some of the recommendations. So it begs the question, has he not been scapegoatized? Why not blame the government? Precisely, not fully implements, but we're not going to blame Dr. Samura Kamara.
Well, genuinely again, I like this question we pose. Let us be honest to ourselves. These are the same for God and man. Sometimes, let we not just go to criticize because we feel for criticize. Say opposition all time for criticize government no more, criticize government no more. No. But if you don't send person for Canada's meeting, for American day when you die, he can at this meeting. He come on at this meeting, he not go reports to you back. What you gonna happen?
And I the set.
But we not get secretary. We not get secretary. This is where you guys. Okay, let me try for it. May I explain this to you, make you understand and fine, yeah? Firstly, the 7 men that will represent the party, we're going to the Tripartite. You understand? APC sends 7, SFPP sends 7, and the international community then form the Tripartite committee. Above this Tripartite committee, we're going to call the negotiators. When are the 3 no more? 1, now Dr. Moini Nasenge, where they represent the president or the government of Sierra Leone. And Dr. Samura Kamara, where they represent the All People's Congress Party.
But I mean, somebody tell me, say,
what's you done, you see, okay, look at the portrait over there.
Can we, let's shape the conversation. Barrister, I know say your agenda for the show, you want to convey a lot of your position and the position, but let's get it very straight. If the government not implement all of the tripartite or Agreement of National Unity recommendations, is that the fault of Dr. Samura Kamara? You've not answered that.
That is where I'm coming, but you cannot allow me.
Circumlocating.
But I cannot do that.
Because we don't have much time.
Well, if you're able patient, you understand.
We're dealing with time.
Yes, I know I am dealing with time, but again, let me use the little time I have here to educate the people that are listening.
Okay, let's do.
You understand?
With time.
Fine. What I try to tell you here, it's very simple. That in this negotiation here, it's Dr. Samura Kamara, Dr. Moina Senge, and that woman resident na that corner that's representing the international community, 3 of them. So now they signed this agreement. And no other person, any other person will sign this agreement and a witness. I want to understand this very clear. So outside these 3 when are the senior kid at this, there are other 7 will be telling you about just now. Anything they do, then they count them back to this 3-man committee for can agree and finalize them. Now, we don't do all these things to the extent that you see when these 3 people go na State House on the 1st of July 2024, I'm too certain with the date, we then go hand over the report to the President of the Republic. And then you see when a delegation of international moral guarantors then come say, now this 80+4 recommendations, you, this lead negotiator, you representing government, and we, the moral guarantors, they make sure say we'll follow this implementation to the latter. Now, where the APC can get difficult to Dr. Samura Kamara now, he don't left to follow up this document we go submit to President, as to tick in the box, as from number 1 to number 80+4, which one will they not do, which one will they not do it, waiting left, and we say for pipe pressure, he's not communicating to the party. And so there is this gap.
Are you also saying that the Tripartite?
You don't see the gap?
Are you also saying that
there is
a gap? Like, are you also saying that there is a gap of communication between Tripartite Secretariat and the APC Party Secretariat?
That is what exactly I am saying, because the person who is supposed to be there representing the APC is missing in action.
So that no. My point is, the Secretariat gets duty for communicating to the party as an entity. If okay, assuming that Samura, as the alleged, not communicates, it has its turn in giving my information. But is that the same case for when it comes to Tripartite Secretariat not communicating with the APC as a party?
My brother, that's exactly the challenges we are facing, and that is more so the reason, in the wisdom of the party, that we have now chosen to just replace Dr. Samura Kamara and send in somebody who is very vibrant, who is very proactive, who is ready to make sure that he crosses the T's and dots the I's.
Gentlemen, we now get Mohammed Warise on the line, weighing a spokesperson for Electoral Justice campaign. He'll join us virtually to really as well provide some answers and as well maybe to some of the points them way AKK at the studio don't make. Are you there with us right now? Okay. Good evening and welcome to the show, Mr. Waise. You did get me?
Hello, good evening.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, we did get you loud and clear.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, welcome to the show. So tonight we're talking about the sudden drop of Dr. Samura Kamara. Now, you are the spokesperson for Electoral Justice campaign. What does this mean for in a campaign? Because the symbol of the campaign in itself was Dr. Samura Kamara. Because you fighting for justice. You did try for Gitu waiting belong to Caesar. Now they don't grab Caesar and do. What happens with your campaign?
Thank you very much. We'll make we get the discussion and I hope so that you hear me clearly.
Yes, we will get you loud and clear.
Thank you very much. We'll make the listeners understand and follow the discussion. I want to ask the lawyer, what's in position on electoral justice for the 2023 election? What's in position, basically? I want to know before we...
Okay, Mr. Warise, we will come and ask AKK that later. But then let's come back to the question we are posed to you. On the question of you as spokesman...
We will
come to Ram. I know he would answer that, but now it's your time to speak. So maybe let's focus on you, and then we'll deal with the questions that we'll get for AKK later. What happens to your electoral justice now, where the face of electoral justice They don't exactly don't be emphased. You don't put on a corner. What happens to the fight that what you're fighting for, the justice you're fighting for?
Them bogus position for say they don't remove His Excellency Dr. Samura Kamara, it comes to nothing. As far as we concerned, no position, no they exist. After Bintumani, when a chief negotiator, we don't do a press release, we don't make them clear, we don't educate them for say, since they don't understand about the agreement for national unity, they don't understand about the tripartite and the whole discussion, we don't educate them for say, the whole thing no mean nothing to we, no mean nothing to Dr. Samura Kamara. And we come to the campaign, it don't mean nothing because negotiate or not again, position of negotiate or not again.
Okay. We
don't negotiate now Bintumani, we don't reach an agreement. Out of that agreement, now then we get the tripartite, where resolution 3 creates. That tripartite day, we don't come na the tripartite, who say Dr. Samura Kamara be they provide advisory role after we the committee, after we the NAC don't appoint them, 7-man them, we for go engage in the tripartite investigation. Who say Dr. Samura Kamara be they provide advice and counseling. We be don't pass that stage themselves. We don't come out with recommendations. Their recommendations and they implement them now. So maybe they may look for give work to somebody when a lead implementer. They're not sabi for couch that kind of position there.
Okay.
We don't tell them say not the way get for do negotiation anymore. It's about implementation now. So I don't know side and pull that particular nomenclature there for lead negotiator, where in fact, according to the chief minister, he say they don't implement over 85% of the recommendations. So, who said they made all this time where they made the implement? Who said they made all this time where the committee will go on with their work? Now they can ask for lead negotiator. As far as we concerned, you not get no impact on the campaign. We're in at the transition phase right now. We talk about transition. We don't go into the tripartite and they don't come out to report. We say, Madam, you know, win the elections. Now, Dr. Kamara win the elections. We talk about transition now. We talk about how
Mr. What you say?
As a party, the APC as a party, you know?
Yes, we will get you. I just wanted to come in at that point. Yes, so you talk about two things really that I want to clarify. You refer to Dr. Samura Kamara as His Excellency. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's not been an ambassador before. He's not been a president. I want to know why. And another thing, quickly, Mr. Waise, you mentioned that the tripartite recommendation, they had stated that the election was not won by President Bio, that Samura Kamara win. I would like to know which document is that, because we here in the studios, we do not have that document. So maybe, if you could facilitate us with that, it would be nice.
Thank you very much. Now
yes.
I'll be able to explain. His Excellency, now the President-elect, based on the investigation, we will go do now the tripartite, where we don't done that particular investigation there. No sign of another report where shows say Madam you even provide evidence as to how we win the election where Corner been announced. But now that same report, it gets analysis where shows say Dr. Samura Kamara gets 57.15% of the total RRFs where they put together, where they analyze, where the committee analyze during the tripartite. And then at the report where Madam Yogo signed a state house. From that day, Naimi begin call him His Excellency the President-elect.
Okay.
Now you ask another question. You say how we Oh God. Sorry, 1 moment, please.
No, it's okay.
I mean, why Mr. Wai said this sorting stuff up?
I think he's continuing now.
Proceed.
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Wai. We will get you.
We move into transition. I tell you, we move into transition now because the partners, when have been the mediators, when have been the moral guarantors, they don't make them clear to President Madabio, say, you know, win the elections. Now, Dr. Samura Kamara and I win the elections. Madabio don't go on. As far as we know, he don't sign documents for transition, for initiate the transition process. We let the APC people and get justice for the election in 2023. Now we focus on now, not to this thing about mediocre, where then we brothers say how they run at this point. Not what we look at. We look at how for coming governance and how Dr. Samura can take governance and how you can unite this country. How you can bring this country down together and how for bringing this country back now the international fold. How for make sure say they don't ready again for business. For we don't know with this small discussion with the depart. We depend high level talks, you know, the partners they don't come, they don't get meeting. In fact, the last meeting we didn't get. Now the Irish embassy they get up. They don't put on to them say there is something where we investigate as part of this tripartite. We would not see when I talk about that. We know that the tripartite committee, we know the implement this. Waiting at that thing day. We don't get evidence in a Samura Kamara and win the election. Whether they not provide evidence for say win the election during the tripartite investigation.
But Mr. Warise, even observers from the US, I will remember the outgone ambassador say no APC, no SLPP able for provide evidence say they win election. Usai Team Electoral Justice pull the evidence say they win the elections.
Now the tripartite report.
Whose page? Give me reference, sir.
From number 1 to number 80.
Whose page?
Yes, sir.
Which page?
From recommendation 1 to recommendation 80.
What do you mean by which page? You not read the tripartite report yet?
I want you help me with whose specific page.
You not read the tripartite report yet?
I don't need that, man. I don't see that side where you talk. Now I make I want you help me, sir.
You not see the side where say Dr. Samura Kamara get 57.15%.
No.
But
I only see the sign and the report where say APC not able to provide 100% IRF, just like how ECSL not able to provide disaggregated data. So I don't know whose page you want for direct me, sir.
So now that I tell you, say APC 17 and not that party. Come again.
All right.
Change the pathway.
All right. The fact there and it's going to establish that the fact that APC not been get 100% IRF as captured in that report, but also ECSL not be able to provide disaggregated data.
So how many percent to APC provide would they present to the committee?
Pass what you tell me, so I don't know now. Almost percent IRF. Una be get data for.
You just say you don't know, but you see the part where they say APC not provide 100%, but now how many percent do they present?
If you cannot provide, so the argument that if you don't get full data, you don't claim full results. That's the logic.
No, I know.
This is not between yourself and Warity.
I make a technical small because you say
yes, sir.
You only see the part where say APC not provide 100%.
IRF results reconciliation forms.
And then they can broken.
All right, Mr. Waise, I think we will not spend too much time on that aspect, but it's very important. But you say just now.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't ask other questions, you don't spend too much time.
No, you need to
because I know for belabor the point with you
show
specifics. Honorable AKK, Mr. AKK, please allow me to let's do this.
And then they get clearly, but make it done.
All right, Mr. Waise.
Hello.
Yes, you get me, sir.
Now the APC report.
No, you get me, sir. You get me, sir.
Yes, I get you.
What watch the press statement roll up September 13, 2025? The heading say Electoral Justice Campaign Sierra Leone. But the address where I see now Town, MD, United States of America. How what's the effect for electoral justice that salon done in America?
That salon.
Dana mediocre question.
I take exception. This is the second time you are using the word mediocre. But I want to know
mediocre question. Don't ask me that. Me not to Sierra.
So why the campaign is based in America? Now they ask you, sir.
No, me not the spokesperson. So
why not the salon?
Please, Mr. AKK. So another office na salon.
Now that's the discussion. What Lord get on. Can
you please answer my question, sir?
So when Madam you they outside Sierra Leone. You know the government radio, right? You know to the president.
What are the areas for electoral justice campaign as a sir?
So when I bent here for Kanjo just do mediocre business. Now I set up the interview. I'm not going to talk about serious thing. The can't use this address all day. Come on, no.
I think okay, Mr. Warise.
I think Mr. Warise, can we? Yes, sir. Can we come back to the discussion? I think the point where my colleague they make. Yes, the point where my colleague they make really, and I think it's a serious question. Now the facts say we're talking about electoral justice. It try to ask you, don't you have is there an office here? Where maybe sometime where we can able for reach out to him, things like that. It's not in any way to put you say, oh, electoral justice no matter. He's asking if there is any establishment within a salon nayasu. And I don't think that's mediocre at all. Yes.
Take your time for that question.
Okay. So away from that, let's maybe come to something else. What happens now? Yeah, what happen now that the APC don't clearly state that them don't remove Samura Kamara is no longer representing them there. You are saying that they no matter. Would this mean say Samura Kamara they continue for holding himself out as a representative of the APC?
Have they removed him as a member of the party?
No, they don't remove it. They don't remove him as member of the party, but they remove him as the face of the party.
Hey, hold on. They don't remove him as presidential candidate for the 2023 elections.
I think that's done. It goes without saying, no? The party don't say not a presidential candidate anymore.
I ask you. Now I'm asking you. They don't remove him as presidential candidate for the 2023 elections.
2023 elections is done, Mr. Warise. Now so the APC say. Yes, that's what the APC is saying. Yes. Now so the APC say.
Oh, they say not remove as presidential candidate.
Yes.
Okay, now you don't get serious into the argument. Give me a chance now to educate the public because we want to come at them program there. I follow talk to the ordinary people who know what we know.
Yeah, that's why we invite you, sir.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on. No, take us small.
Continue.
You're not getting no power first of all for remove him as presidential candidate. Okay. Because look to the elector. How they elect the executive the way they did, now so they elect the presidential candidates at the convention. Over 1,000 people there, and they vote for Dr. Samura Kamara as a person for they will represent the APC at that election. So now them people are there that they will go back and say, no one is presidential candidate again. However, now come to the main discussion. Dr. Samura Kamara, he win the election. Madam, you try for TFAM, a contest. We fail and go to court. We use another option. We go to court. We are the tripartite for engage in what we call alternative dispute resolution.
Was it alternative dispute resolution? Mr. Warise? No, wait. Let's clarify. Let me clarify. Let me not mislead people then. You say it's Mr. Warise, hold on, please.
Hold on,
you're not able to amount Tripartite committee to alternative dispute resolution. That's not true.
My brother, hold on, you don't know about these things.
No, you don't know about these things because you're trying to mislead the public. What do they say not to true? Let me clarify them. You made them equate tripartite committee for main alternative dispute resolution. That is not it, sir. No talk waiting to the team, sir.
Oh, now what did they go do now, tripartite?
It's not alternative dispute resolution, sir. No, you can call on any other thing that you want to, but not alternative dispute resolution, sir.
Now what did they go do? What did they go do now, the tripartite?
It's not an alternative dispute resolution platform, sir.
Mr. What you say?
I don't know why you try to make this difficult, but it's very simple and direct, honestly.
I don't want to let you believe on yourself. I don't want to waste your time, yeah? The tripartite, they use that as an option to the court. They went to the tripartite, they engage, they investigate, they find out, say, Mada do not win the elections, they find out, say, that Samura Kamara now win the election because he didn't have the APC, the report where they submit to the committee, where they submit within that particular bulk report where Mada do then sign a state house.
Okay. Mr. Wiley say.
What did they provide? Hold on, Commissioner. Hold on, please, madam. What did they provide? Dr. Samura Kamara and the APC provide 70.1% of the RRS. The SFP, the government of Sierra Leone, ECSL, they not contest that data. Okay. And included in that report, including the observers them, the recommendations and the reports for that election, all included, and the AC recommendation where they put there for reform. Now we will sign that state house as a comprehensive report. Now that implementation, now we talk about now. So if they want to talk about somebody where they want for their help for implement the recommendation, let them say that the friend implementer, not the negotiator. Let them take away that one for say negotiation, not they go on again. We'll be not with negotiation. When will they get the talks na bit money? Once we don't bit money, we'll get agreement. What will create? That terms of reference. We will create that terms of reference. That terms of reference and guide me into that option we'll use.
Mr. Waise.
Follow it, investigate the result. And they can remind
Mr. Waise.
Inside that particular terms of reference, one part of the thing they do with the key. Like that. They ask the committee, they discuss the committee forgets access to all data we get for do with the 2023 election from police station to national level. Congress refuse to provide data. They call Christian Atop because Congress say the data na foreign society, na secret society. They call Christian Atop. So we don't ever make election data for society, we don't for Siam, there's a talking now. Then call for Ali, we don't ever make election data for society where people not for Siam, for Ali say no, then done with them. Those are the key witnesses.
Mr. Waise,
not to provide data for let the people of Sierra Leone.
Mr. Waise,
so what are the conclusion of the international
Mr.
and the mediators in that particular talks? The conclusion are that Mada will not win the election, that Dr. Samura Kamara will win the election, and at the same time again, let you go do you
Mr. Waise,
reporter.
Hello?
Mada don't agree.
Hello, Mr. Waise.
The election.
Hello, Mr. Waise. Hello, Mr. Waise. Hello, you get me, sir?
Yes.
Now, Ustem and Usai, Madam Yo sign say it hand over power to Samura. Now, Ustem and Usai them sign that agreement.
Well, when international partner can't talk to now, no. No,
Mr. Waise, let me know water down the quality of this conversation. You've been in the space of civil society. We get great respect for you in terms of your standing on democracy. Of course, we know this is internal party politics, but for let you just end with so, let me know water down the conversation. Now you know make statements say. You make statements say Dr. Samura Kamara don't sign, say in a transition. And we get one say, una will tell some of una supporters that on the 25. Una will not tell some of una supporters they say on the 25. Madam Biodi hand over power to Samura. Why that's not happening? Who's tell Madam Biodi hand over power to Samura Kamara?
Don't worry, they can't.
Who's them?
They can't very soon, don't worry, they can't. All
right, thank you very much. Continue for joining me on the show. Continue for joining me on the show. Thanks so much. Continue for watch we as we go come back to you. Let me come in studio and get lawyer AKK. Lawyer AKK, it's obvious by now that your party is speaking in tongues.
Please let me make a disclaimer quickly. Yeah. Please, we as APC, through the leadership of Alhaji Minkailu Mansari, and I made this deal on tape. We, the APC, through the leadership of Alhaji Minkailu Mansari, Ambassador Usman Fude Yansane, Lansana Dumbuya, and the entire APC party structure, home and abroad, we dissociate ourselves from this particular statement. We were say that we are not a party to it. That then they prepare for transition wherever it is. Yeah, but no, please, don't interrupt me. This is very sensitive, and please, I don't want this conversation has been so watered down. Please, maybe if you continue, I'll walk out of this studio. It's not done this way. Allow me to learn. Please, allow me to learn. No, please, allow me to learn. Proceed. This is a public discussion we're holding. Proceed. Please don't do it this way. Please. We dissociate ourselves completely from this unfortunate statement, and we're not part of it.
And you're not part also of electoral justice.
We are not part of this.
No electoral justice that is.
Melvin, please listen. This is not how people anchor programs. Allow somebody
to do the show.
No, please. Allow me to learn. Somebody cannot be talking and then you interject him.
I will always have to interject.
Okay, gentlemen.
And the same thing we get with why you say just now.
Yes.
Talk and then we clarify. We need clarification.
Gentlemen,
I think clarify. Then what's the purpose of the?
I think the point is AKK. The point now that let's get this point.
What's your position on electoral justice?
Why you say has a right to make whatever point we make based on your position. Similarly, you also get a right for make your point. And nothing say it is our rule or your rule for able for determine waiting why you say whether it's correct or not correct. That's why we ask the questions and he clarifies. Not also, it is to that extent. And I am happy, Fortune. I am happy that you are coming in and making the points that you're making on the side of the party and waiting you think they need clarification.
Do you know what you're
and I think that's it.
Do you know what you're missing?
What is missing?
I talk for and on behalf of the APC.
And that is what we are saying.
And that is why when I am here, somebody who attaches himself to the APC makes unfortunate statements, I should correct those statements instantaneously.
And we are allowing you.
And while I am doing so, you cannot interject when sensitive issues of thought nature are going to be addressed.
No, well, I think standing now at the point of divergence.
No, please.
We can interject at any time if the point when we make, we get questions.
That is what I am making very clear. I talk for on behalf of the party.
Go ahead, Bryce.
Go ahead. When such unfortunate statements are being said in public discussion
by members of your party. He's a member of your party.
I don't know whether I cannot tell. I don't know whether he has verified his membership status or not. I cannot tell.
Okay, AKK, make your points. Make your points.
Let's also understand certain things very clear. This is a state. This is a sovereign state, and it has a president who is the commander-in-chief. I talk here as a lawyer. I know exactly the power and the strength of the law. I cannot sit here and do things that are in contravention to the laws of the land. And I will not be a party to it. Please. The APC believes in electoral justice. And our own cause in the electoral justice is making sure that the 80+4 recommendations that have been captured into that report that was submitted to the president at State House on the 1st of July 2024 are being implemented to the latter.
Okay.
That is the position of the party. Wherever it's coming from them, as they say, they call Dr. Samura Kamara, His Excellency, they are awaiting transition. It's very remote from the APC.
Yeah, that's an individual opinion.
We don't share sentiments with that. We dissociate and distance ourselves from it. However, let me discuss what I am here to say.
Okay.
And for which it was the subject of our discourse.
It is still a subject.
Samura Kamara, doctor, was withdrawn as being our lead negotiator in the Agreement of National Unity that gave birth to the Tripartite recommendations, which we are now implementing. And he has been replaced by a very competent person who is no stranger into this discourse, who happens to be Dr. Kamara. The replacement of Dr. Samura Kamara does not in any way make him feel redundant. But as I said, and in my exact words, that the coach of our team believes that he has another role for Dr. Samura Kamara to play. And that in no way means he's not a good player.
Okay, now that you're saying...
But if he makes himself available to us as a party, the coach has another role for him to play.
Thank you very much for that football, beautiful football analogy. But the thing we're not clear, Lawyer AKK, is the fact that now that he's withdrawn as chief negotiator, is he also withdrawn from the tripartite?
Yes. The answer is an absolute yes. Don't forget, let us make these things very clear. I don't know whether we are getting it jumbled up. The tripartite has completed its work in its entirety. Let's just understand this very clear. They have submitted their reports to the president. Now, based on the report that was submitted to president, it requires the setting up of a tripartite secretariat, for which that secretariat now is now in existence. And thus, that secretariat is being headed by Ngolo Kata. And so it requires us now to have somebody who will be there to be making the necessary checks and balances, to making sure that whether the 80+4 recommendations that are captured in that report are implemented, what is left and what is not yet done, what is pending or what is ongoing, to be giving the party a continuous feedback. This is what is lacking from Dr. Samura Kamara that has warranted the party that we now replace him with somebody. It's just like a football analogy I just used just now, the Arsenal Man City game.
So in other words,
when you have a midfield that is not supplying balls to the accurate passes to the attacking midfielder, you understand? That's what I'm saying. I'm just giving an analogy that if the midfield is not performing well, that is not supplying the necessary ball or passes to the attacker to punch the goals, you do what? You change maybe the 6, the 8, or the 10. But here is a situation where the midfield is playing very well. The balls has been sent, so the passes are accurate, but the attacker continues to hit the goalpost. He continues to send the ball overhead. As a prudent coach, you need to come with an attacker that shoots to precision.
Okay, let's shift.
So we need an attacker now who will shoot to precision.
Let's slightly shift to the subject proper.
Melvin, just before you come in, now you saying that when I need an attacker where they shoot to precision, is this an indirect way of preempting already 2028?
You guys like trouble.
No, that's not trouble, AKK. You just made an analogy. Let me conclude and find one. You say that attacker they don't they kick over the bar, not so.
Sure.
Now we don't find somebody where they
shoot on target.
Shoot on target.
Yes.
Is that target 2028?
That is just a naked secret. That is why we the APC were saying, and I said this again, I remember when I came here on the first time, after we had the high-level delegation from the UN, the Samura guarantors. And I did make a statement here that it is done and dusted, that indeed 2023 elections are over. Let us prepare ourselves for 2028 so that what happened in 2023 will never have a space again for the history books of Sierra Leone.
Exactly.
However, I said that the name Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara will never go unforgotten in the history books of Sierra Leone as somebody who says election is not about do or die, but rather he believes that we have to settle our impasses on a round table. And he has succeeded in doing so. That he believes that, irrespective of the fact that I have been forcefully or skewed elections, I have been manipulated, and elections have been taken away from me. But yet still, I cannot resort to barbarism, to violence. I will make sure that will put documents together, modalities in place, policies, laws, that will make sure that what happened in 2023 will never happen again in Sierra Leone. Okay. And that is what Dr. Samura has succeeded in doing.
And that is the point. I think the team of electoral justice, I don't know if they are getting it or skewing it by not getting it, whatever the case may be. So this is the point. The electoral reform or review, was it supposed to be retroactive, active, or proactive?
Well, I would say it was retroactive because based on the mandate that was given to the Tripartite Committee, they were to review elections way back from 2007, 2012, 2018, right? And 2023. That was their mandate, that was their scope. And so they were to review all the anomalies and making sure that they put in place policies, sound policies, that will make sure that we will never again go into an election in this country and people cry foul.
So it was not originally the intent that this aggregated data should have been published?
No.
It was not the original intent?
It was an intent of making sure that all inadequacies that were captured from the 2023 elections downwards are laid bare and they are addressed. Do we make sense? Addressing them does not in any way make sure that you are going to oust President Bio and bring in Samura Kamara. Because the only competent authority to do same is the Supreme Court of the land.
So specifically, I think Mr. Wazi was trying to make a point, though the point, and not become very forthright with the point, is the fact that if you look at the report itself, it's clearly taught, the reports, when I don't want to say the report shy away for saying Uda win or Uda loss at the end of the day.
Let me give you
do you think with all of these electoral reviews, tripartite, and all that, yeah, get the bottom line?
In fact, Warite is not even too knowledgeable into the whole transaction. Let me say this. I worked in the tripartite committee, in the tripartite technical committee.
Okay.
I was amongst the 7 people that were appointed by the party to work in our own party's technical committee, which is different from the 7 people that were representing the party at Bintumani. Do you understand that one? That after the 7 people that I was saying, the party developed again an other 7-man team that were working the committee as technical support to that team. And for which everything that I am made.
Was it not meant to correct the issue of Uda win or Uda loss 2023 elections? Was that not the whole essence of this tripartite agreement for national unity?
It was the sole intent of the entire committee to review the anomalies that went on or that were done in 2023 to lay them bare so that we address them. You understand? And then we'll make sure that we profile or propound policies that will nip them in the bud that a reoccurrence of same will never happen again.
So there was nothing like rerun, re-election, or nothing. Nothing was that the intent.
It was completely a decision that came from the tripartite committee that was supposed to be captured into the recommendation in its body. But what was very clear was that amongst the 3 of us, we did not agree on those recommendations. A, the rerun. B, having the disaggregated data. Correct. And so amongst the whole report, we agreed, when I say we, meaning the APC and the government, agreed on 80 recommendations, which we call the convergent views. I hope we're making sense.
And what's the state of the divergent?
And so the divergent views never formed part of the report, but they were annexed,
of course,
to the report.
So, and to say,
when we say now divergent, simply means in English, means the APC says this, and the government says no. So there was never a common ground.
Okay, gentlemen.
So how were we to reach a common ground with all of this process?
And so therefore, we agreed now that as a committee, the tripartite, now the 3 of us, that irrespective of the divergent views, let us now implement the convergent views in their totality.
In isolation of divergent views.
But that's what you are saying. Excluding it.
Let's turn the mic now over to the public, please.
There's something quick before the public comes in.
Okay.
So what's the current status of Dr. Samura Kamara? Is he former leader? What is his status at the moment?
Beautiful. And this is again what Warite and others will never, ever be forgiven by the people of this country, and posterity will judge them. Please, let me come.
Please.
Go to Article 47 of our Constitution. Article 47 of our Constitution, paragraph 4 says, yes.
Yeah.
If you're with the Constitution, you can read with me.
I'm always with you.
The APC Constitution says.
Talking about the 6 months, right?
Correct.
So.
And it reads. It says. Article 47, sub 4. It says, where the national leader fails to be elected president of Sierra Leone, he shall relinquish the position of national leader 6 months after the final declaration of election results by the National Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, notwithstanding any petition filed in the Supreme Court or pursuant to any law, and such position shall remain vacant until an other election for the party's presidential candidate is conducted pursuant to this constitution.
So what's your point?
You don't even need a lawyer to interpret this to you. It simply means if you have been elected leader of our party, for which you are automatically the flag bearer aspirant for our party, whose name will be gazetted in the general election, and you contest that general election and you lose the election 6 months after the official proclamation by virtue of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, which vests that power in the national returning officer to proclaim who wins the election. 6 months after that proclamation, you cease. It's called in law by effluxion of time. You cease to be the leader of the party. So automatically, to answer your question, simply put, is yes, Dr. Samura Matthew Wilson Kamara is no longer a leader of our
go back
party.
to the exempt clause that mentioned petition. And in this case, I assume you're a lawyer, you're a very renowned, well-known lawyer. I assume the exemption there is, they made mention of petition, which means there is what we call exempt cases. In this case,
why do you want to mislead the public?
No.
Fortunately,
hold on. Go to the exempt clause again.
Yes.
Wait, let me come in.
Please.
The exempt clause in the Alakam, please, gentlemen. What is stated in the Constitution, the APC Constitution says, notwithstanding any petition.
Listen now. Maybe the English you did not understand.
Go ahead.
I do teach English in the university. Now listen, it says, it said notwithstanding. Do you understand what he said? Notwithstanding. When that basically means this is not exemption. This is not exemption. Now please watch. Notwithstanding any petition filed, that even if you file a petition in court,
I agree.
You
cannot be the leader after 6 months. So what is that?
Exactly, that's a good question. The circumstance under Dr. Samura is not the normal circumstance as envisaged by the drafters of your constitution. They never envisaged a situation where Samura was going to be chief negotiator.
Well, listen again. Opposed to any other law. My brother.
Circumstance.
My brother.
Is it the same circumstance?
I can understand. Okay, let me say this.
No, you're a lawyer.
That's okay. Deny yourself to be.
I'm not denying you. I'm saying that the circumstance under which this law is written.
Do you understand the word any other law?
Melvin,
that means it's an omnibus clause. Let me teach law here. Okay,
gentlemen, unfortunately, when
a lawyer says pursuant to any other law, it means an omnibus clause, and it caters for unforeseen circumstances, as in this case.
Melvin.
So that means,
as in this case, what
as in this case, no, please wait.
Yes,
as in this case, that you rightly said, we didn't envisage not going to court, but even when we chose to go to the tripartite, it still captures under this constitution.
So what the constitution
that
says,
it still says you should still relinquish your position 6 months.
How?
Okay, Melvin, unfortunately, we really the beat. No, we're running out of time. 072 500 442. I am turning the mic over to our listeners and viewers. 072 500 442. For Argue Voice to the conversation. Tonight we're talking about the dropping of Samura Kamara as leader and flag bearer of the APC party. Is it a sign of weakness or is just another tactical move?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Kago, they call from Kingston.
Yes, Mr. Kago, please go ahead.
Yeah, one thing also I see this, with the AKK end this discussion for don't say APC no serious. How you go put a clause say where you candidate lost election because he could be a leader. You know the thing says challenges there is supposed to fight. And when I forget the power making the fight, they will control the party. So now then the party fights themselves first. Then from all days, then the tripartite, the resolution of the representative actually be implementable and the recommendations. Okay. So what do APC will talk about that? Then this AKK cannot look serious. You then
yes, sir. Mr. Kago, please make
They laugh. You know the feel. You know the kind of they feel when they laugh.
So I have to be
glad. Follow the pitch whistle.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for.
Thank you, Mr. Kago. Please, when you call, stick to making your points and not necessarily attacking the individual. We all know we get the same views.
Of course.
And it is okay. 072-500-442. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, how do you do?
Not bad. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this Mama Dubai from Kingston.
Go ahead, Mamadou.
So this lawyer AKK they defend this APC. When I tell and say the people already support APC, they pray to God, say how they support Dr. Samura Kamara so let God make them support them so for 2028. Amen. If not good support in the give to Dr. Samura so let God make them give them this kind of support 2028. But when I tell and say the grassroots of this country not happy with APC. And they not get nothing we go make, if not by ballot, they able to let people in power. Yeah, with all them and then Lord and they get on a tell us, yeah. Okay. Bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, the program where they listen to that brutally frank 072-500-442. Call we and add your voice to the conversation. At any moment from now, we would go the cutting down to tonight's show. So maybe I'll just come back to the studio and get AKK Fogi in final comments. And you and Melvin will continue the law lecture just after the show.
Genuinely, let me take an extract from a renowned poem on his blindness by John Milton. He says, when showers of sorrows falls down like arrows, an old woman will decide to laugh or babble to herself. In other words, I'm saying this to the person out there. We say, AKK the laugh. I'm not laughing because I am happy.
Hello? Please.
Good morning.
I know they laugh because I want to celebrate. But I feel pain as I talk so.
Hello?
Okay, AKK, hold on. Let me just take that. Hello, good evening. Okay.
So basically, I want to communicate to the person who say, oh, they laugh, so if I don't know, say then they feel pain. I share the same sentiments with you, they feel pain. Like how the country is so right now. How the country is, they go so right now. We are suffering as Reunions. But how can we get ourselves out of this? It's only when we face the reality that indeed, 2023 elections indeed will win them. But then Tifana we are. And because they're not Tifana we are.
That is unfounded. You never provided justification for that.
But however, let we come together and prepare ourselves, tell Oja, button with trusses or we close them and prepare, say, what did they do so 2023? They're not going to do them again. Okay. And the other person will say, the way we support Samura Kamara, so may God make them support we so 2028. The answer to that is Amin Yarab. May Allah make the kind way we give Dr. Samura Kamara, we hold strength, we hold self, we give everything for making win the election for we. May God make the grassroots come back and support we so. Because we believe, say, 2028, inshallah, by God in power, we will get person we not to like Dr. Samura Kamara.
Okay, why the secretariat been called police with the grassroots them want come on with ECOWAS scam?
You see what I don't go back?
That's a topic for another day. So we will actually draw the curtain down. We'll draw the curtain down of tonight's show at that particular point. They plenty thank you to the guests them. We don't join me at the studio lawyer AKK, and I'm a member of the publicity unit of the All People's Congress, and Mr. Mohamed Warise, we now spokesperson for the Committee for Electoral Justice. Tonight, then done the comment on the dropping of Dr. Samura Kamara as the chief negotiator of the APC inside the Tripartite Committee. And we done the attempt to answer the question whether that's not a tactical move or it's just a show of weakness. Brutally Frank will come to you again next Sunday on this same station at exactly the same time at 7 p.m. in the evening, with another very interesting topic with borders around lives and livelihoods, governance, politics, and the social good of this country. But like always, we close with John Trudell. We once say, when people then they live in a society, who are no longer able to rely on the institutions them for tell them the truth, then people then they go now need for rely on arts and culture for hear the truth. I am James Fortune, and I've been here with
Melvin Tijan Mansari. Loyalty is a fine quality, but in excess, it fills political graveyards. Until then, so long.